Si-Fu Jeffrey John Cox, Sensei Jeff. Wing Chun is chi sound. And everything else, everyone else does. So we can't claim punches or kicks. You know, if you don't have a Si-Fu, you do Wing Chun wrong. So let's not judge that harshly. And you know what we call bad Wing Chun? Jeet Kune Do. Jeet Kune Do is not the end point, it's an admission that you were still looking for a real Si-Fu. Come on. Yeah, we got Bruce Lee right up here on the corner, right? I don't know, Bruce and Brandon, rest in peace. All right, and then, you know, the famous flying kick up here. All right, and then, you know, Iron Dog Jim over here too. So, you know, Bruce Lee, don't get us wrong, Bruce Lee was the prophet. Taught us how to off it. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Sorry, I slip off into stuff like that once in a while. So, you know, Bruce Lee was our dude. He did Wing Chun, and then he failed at it because he pissed his teachers off. He moved to California, right? Your mom didn't want an apartment. He was offended. Didn't ever get the wooden dummy, right? Had to make it up, and nothing wrong with that, right? So who's Bruce Lee to make stuff up, right? And then Jeet Kune Do, the way of the intercepting fist, it should be called Jut Kune Do or Jut Shun Do, right? JKD is just Jut Sao, right? The way of the intercepting fist. Jut Shun Punch, 7th student grade, if you take a WT class. So don't get mad at me for talking crap about Jeet Kune Do, because I'm not. We've all been there. So, you know, Jeet Kune Do is what you got to do as you know, crumble together your own martial art. So everybody's trying to like find a teacher. Your teacher leaves you, you find another teacher. That's been the way of humans forever. So that's a mixed martial art. And no one invented mixing martial arts. That's what people have always had to do. And then what we came to in this modern era is we realized our teachers are a mix of styles themselves, and we're not copying our teacher. We're mixing martial arts the way our teacher did. So, Bruce Lee had that forced upon him in our legend because he had to move to California or Oakland or wherever he went and had to train, and, you know, Inosanto, you know, took him on and learned from him, and you know that story, right? So we have this idea that it is something, Jeet Kune Do, but it's not. He regretted trying to do it, right? He was trying to become a Wing Chun instructor in the USA, but he wasn't a Si-Fu. What? He wasn't. Bruce Lee wasn't a Si-Fu of Wing Chun, was he? Maybe he was a Si-Hing, a Si-Fu. I don't know. That's a tough question to answer. We'll call him a Si-Fu because he did. He produced students that reproduced what he was doing. Jeet Kune Do, Jun Fong, whatever you want to call it. Now, my point here is a lot of you are still doing Jeet Kune Do, which is awesome. I did Jeet Kune Do. I got all the books on the shelf somewhere. But like within your Jeet Kune Do school, you have Wing Chun as like this little thing. That it's like no. Jeet Kune Do is a Wing Chun school looking for a legit Si-Fu to follow, right? You're all just amateur Wing Chunners looking for someone to turn it into a real full Wing Chun school. And every Wing Chunner you've ever found didn't do grappling, or didn't know how to box, or wouldn't spar, right? So you were like, okay, we gotta go find those things elsewhere. So Wing Chun and the Jeet Kune Do world got hammered down into this little thing. I don't know, maybe because the Si-Fu you had the will to follow didn't have it all. Probably wasn't a Si-Fu either. So that's what happens when our Si-Fus go off and make stuff up in Australia, and then they come back and make an appeal to their seniority without any way to verify any of it, and then people get selling that thing for better or worse. Gotta keep the lights on, right? 40 years later, it's a truth. I don't know whether it's true or not. I know whether they can get kicked in the groin or whatever. That's a truth that we're dealing with right now. Right? But whether this certain person lived at uncle's house for a couple years and was taught the super secret sauce, though nobody seems to know or verify that, that kind of stuff, right? But people keep telling it because they gotta sell it, and then maybe on the download they're like, yeah, we don't believe that stuff anymore. Watch out for that. So our version, the WT version, we'd fall for any of that. We got complete full systems. And you can become a Sifu with the Chun-Kyu form. So, you know, maybe Bruce Lee was a Sifu in that regard. And we have qualifications. You don't need Buchi form at all, unless you're an instructor. So we have the whole package hidden inside Chun-Kyu Monad. And then, unless you're an instructor, you don't need to know it's Buchi that you're doing. You don't need to know it's a wooden dummy thing. You don't need to know it's borrowed from some later form. You don't need to know that. You're not an instructor. So that's going to get me into this next little part about JKD. We're all JKD because we all suck. We're all trying to get better. We're all trying to get a group of students that will train with us that will get better. We're all trying to get the money to keep a place like this going, right? And the students got to realize, hey, you know, I want to go somewhere to train, and that place needs rent. It must be important. All right. Oh, I know you guys can do that too, but you take it out of your habits in sport. Jeet Kune Do is, you know, it's like not a badge of honor. It's an admission that you're still looking for real interruption. Must be true. Jeet Kune Do is not the end point. It's an admission that you're still looking for a real Sifu. Come on. It's like ronins. It's like saying I lost all my teachers and I just am stumbling along here with no proper centerline concept or inner rotation. Come on, look for a real Wing Chun Si-Fu. Teaching people is not easy. Teaching people, it's a skill, and then it's a talent, it's a career, it's a profession. It's got a title, pedagogy. There's things you do and don't do when you teach. It's not something you should just try to figure out on your own. Must be true. It's not something you figure out on your own. With students, you put them at risk. I'm going to try this new teaching method and see what happens. Oh, 10 years later, their knees don't work anymore because they were dragging their foot the wrong way. Oh, well, that's too bad for that group of students, but I won't do that again. Well, you need someone who's collected all that stuff and then passed it on. And then that person collected and didn't forget the stuff the first guy taught him and passed it on. That's what you're looking for, a Sifu. That's what we have. Sifu Steppe, right? That's what the WT families have. When you have someone in a red shirt from a WT family, right? A real red shirt. We should start, you know, enforcing that too. I got my special outfit on today because I'm not no Jeet Kune Do-er anymore. Jeet Kune Do is for beginners. What? Fire truck is 1x2. Yeah, Jeet Kune Do is for beginners. Be proud of it. We all start with Jeet Kune Do. It's not an end point. An end point would be like a black belt in judo. I do Jeet Kune Do and I got a black belt in judo. That's how the thing is supposed to be said. That's Jeet Kune Do, right? Not I do Jeet Kune Do. And then pedagogy. It's real. I have a credential from a university to teach K through 12. I've taught K through 12 since